Hello, YouTube. It's Agent of Doubt again. And I had a bad day. A really, really bad day. And I'm in one of those moods where I just want to watch the world burn. And I got to thinking about who deserves my trolling today. And the first people that popped into my head were all the people that ran off all of the apologists that were on YouTube. You know, the ones that come out with the insults on the first video. You know, just calling everyone fucktard this and fucktard that. And I got to thinking about those few apologists that stick around, those few that really get underneath the skin of those stupid fucktards that drove everyone away by saying fucktard, fucktard, fucktard. You know, what do you call somebody that says fucktard every other word than fucktard? You know, that's what they do. They fucktard things. So I got to thinking about what was the last thing that really pissed them off. And I came to the conclusion that it was a few of those apologists that stuck around. They had that stick-to-itiveness. They spawned this revival of an old argument, the presuppositional argument. And it started in a little group of friends with Ron and Raw and Rand Campbell, you know. And they brought Seitan Bruggencate into the world. The guy I like to call Satan Booger Cakes. Yeah. When that argument got played to death all over YouTube, it was a thing. It was like we had apologists once again. We had something that would evoke emotion. And then even that, it's gone poof. Because people, they don't like to foster discussion. They like to run it off of YouTube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to help out Ron and Ran and Raw and Inventor Gorilla and every other apologist that's looking for that next thing to just stick into the side of all the atheists on YouTube. I'm going to play devil's advocate because I fucking have to make any fucking action happen here on YouTube anymore because you fucking ran off all the good apologists, fuckers. So here it is. A couple years ago, we'll just turn this into a story, okay? A couple years ago, I was in a Skype call that was being broadcast on an old website called Blog TV. The person that pulled me into that Skype call was the youngest, stupidest creatard in the world. It was the Puppy Turtle. At that time, he was still in high school, I think 15 years old. He pulled me into this call, and I was supposed to help out the atheist side of a discussion. And on the atheist side of this discussion was none other than Thunderfoot. Here I was, arm in arm, with one of the big guys on YouTube. And the discussion between the theists and the atheists in this call centered around whether or not faith was an okay pillar to rest your knowledge on. The theists were arguing for fideism, and they were arguing for all sorts of other things like math and logic as alternatives to what Thunderfoot was saying about empiricism. And Thunderfoot said, and I quote, "Science is better than faith because science brings the goods, bitches." So, I thought about that for a while, because he said that in his awful British accent, and I didn't know whether he was trying to dumb it down for everyone to understand, because he didn't really have confidence in the intellect of those that were listening, or if he was trying to sound cool for young people. I don't know. But it just didn't sound right in his accent, what he said. Science producing the goods. It sounded weird, like he was trying to get around saying it in a different way. And then it occurred to me that if he had said it in a straightforward manner, that those theists might have caught on to something to argue with. Let's take a look at the phrase, "Only science produces knowledge." If you're one of those materialists, empiricists, scientists that believes that things need to be validated through a methodology such as science in order to become fact, then you might think that only science produces knowledge. And one might ask you the question, did science tell you that? Did science tell you that only science produces knowledge? If science didn't tell you that, then it would be a false statement, and you would have just proven that there is something else out there, possibly, that can produce knowledge, which would give more credibility to the idea of logic or math or fideism being another pillar on which you can rest some of your knowledge about the world. But if you were to say that, yes, science did tell me that only science produces knowledge, if you were to try to get away from that and not give them that pillar, not give them that argument, if you say, yes, science tells me that only science produces knowledge, that holds about as much credibility as the Bible is true because the Bible says so. It's circular logic. And all of those theists that I've named previously in this video, they have been bludgeoned with the fact that circular logic is not something that proper arguments are built on. And now, they'll be able to take this little nugget of information that I've just spilt out here and weaponize it on YouTube. And hopefully attack some of those empirical purists, back them into a corner, and troll them far worse than the pre-sup argument ever trolled them. I want to see bloody hell on YouTube. Please. Some fucking theist, please listen to what I just said. This is your ticket. Use it. Go forth, my minions.